They want us to combine in the mixing bowl 3 cups of sifted flour, a tablespoon of baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and I just use regular table salt.
You have another helper, Granny?
Yeah, I do.
Harvey wants to stir.
New taste tester, which is Will Lewis, my brother. Now I'm filling 3/4 of a cup of skimmed milk, or you might call it fat-free milk. Let me just do this. You just need to do a little backwards. So.
We have very soft butter, which is good. It will mix well. And they wanted us to add 1½ sticks of butter, 3/4 of a cup of skim milk, mix on low speed. This is going to be nice and light because it's got 4 egg whites in it.
Oh, careful.
What's surprising is that it doesn't have any vanilla or almond in it for flavoring. Interesting. What do you think?
Looks good from here.
I use soup chef in my prep cooker biting. They don't lick their fingers on TV. At least not where you can see them. I've got the neatest little straws that I bought at a craft fair that somebody made, and you can pull one out and test your cake. How clever is that? Pete's taken the broom straw. Yes.
Set a 25-minute timer. Starting now.
25 minutes, starting now.
And doesn't my sous chef look lovely? She had her bangs cut this week.
So did you.
Okay. Preparing the ganache for the top of the cake, it has to sit in the refrigerator for an hour to cool. So I'm stirring the chocolate, make sure it's melted. A tablespoon of Grand Marnier. I have cookies I make, and they have raisins in them, and the raisins are marinated in the Grand Marnier and then mixed into these oatmeal cookies, and it's delicious, really and truly.
I have to say thank you because I know you've got Summer Company up there in Maine and taking on doing some of these videos for us for the knit along. I really appreciate it. And the first one turned out great. Valerie was super, and you guys were super. Your sous chef, your helpers, everybody. Kathleen, Gaffer, whatever that is, but she's given herself that title. And I have the videos that you guys did for the white velvet cake, except the video stops with you making the ganache, adding the Grand Marnier. Is that how you say it?
Yes, Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier. Yeah.
So, and then nothing. So.
Okay. Kathleen, I know, has photographs of what the cake looks like.
I saw a picture.
She's got 5 of them, I think.
Okay. But I was hoping you could describe the end process with that cake.
Okay. They were not very explicit. They said semi-sweet chocolate, but they didn't say what kind, whether I should go buy a bar and use that, or whether I could use chocolate chips. And I think chocolate chips have something added to them, now that I think back on it, that allows them to bake and then keep their form. But
and not melt into the cookie.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know. Anyways, so after we used over a cup of heavy cream, boiled it, and then added the chocolate to it, they like didn't completely melt and blend in with it.
Yeah.
And so we strained it, and that helped make it smooth. And then we poured it on the bottom layer and then put the top layer on. But it kept running off and pooling in the bottom.
Well, I know it's supposed to drip over the sides, right?
But it ran and puddled on the cake plate around the bottom. So we put it in the fridge and we put the leftover ganache in the fridge. And then the next day, we were going to kind of get it out and put more on. But it just seemed to be, we'd have more dripping over the
Dripping
side.
off.
And on the
The picture I saw looked like it had kind of soaked into the cake too. Yeah?
well, it didn't. That would have been an advantage to the cake if something had soaked in it. The recipe, I'm not fond of white cake to begin with, and they didn't put vanilla, they didn't put any flavoring in. So it was like eating bad bread. It was dry. It had no taste to it.
I'm so sorry.
Kathleen and I looked at each other and I said, I can't believe they're not putting vanilla. They're not putting anything. And in reality, it wasn't cheap. And I had to do 4 egg whites. So, of course, the 4th egg white ended up with yolk in it. So I had to do 4 more eggs.
Oh, no. And butter. And butter, and it required cake flour, which is an extra.
Yeah, I had to buy cake flour. And,
So, but
and
okay.
So it became fairly expensive, tasteless, and dry. I guess years ago, with you guys around, I'd have taken and cut it up and put some sort of a hot sauce on it or done something to make it more edible.
We would have eaten that puppy back in the day.
Yeah.
We would have eaten it somehow. Well,
Right.
the good news is it wasted your time and money. But everybody doing the knit-along will now know, don't bother. And
No.
save them time in a hot kitchen making a cake that didn't taste like anything. And so Valerie, my daughter-in-law, who I'm saying that for everybody else, who helped with the first video because she was up there visiting, said apparently ganache is actually very difficult and requires some practice and so
Some finesse.
finesse.
And
Yeah.
I don't make cakes anymore. I make like a carrot cake or occasionally I'll
Apple
make
food cake,
cake, apple food cake, something
pumpkin
that's
cake.
So I'm not making a plain white cake for anybody.
Okay, well, I appreciate you making it for us, and I won't keep you any longer, but I was kind of curious. We will post a picture at the end of our video of
Finished
the
cake.
white cake. And yeah, so what did you guys do with it in the end?
We threw it away. We cut a piece and we kind of ate on it and mopped up enough of the chocolate, to kind of, but no, the kids just didn't even like
One,
it.
oh, God. Okay, well, thank you.
And here, I'm never going to be Mary Berry.
Yeah, okay, good news. She can keep her job. All right, thank you, Mom, so much. I love you, and I will chat with you later.
Okay, sorry about all of that.
No worries. We really appreciate it. Love you. Bye.
Great, thank you, and Kathleen. Bye. And Lizzie. Lizzie
And
was the
Lizzie,
star.
our beautiful sous chef. Awesome.
Yes.
And our taste tester, William.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.